Hey everybody, David Andrews here. We're down at the beach on a windy, cloudy, a little bit rainy day. And just wanted to share a few thoughts with you because things are getting a little wonky. Well, I shouldn't say a little wonky, a lot wonky. And the pace of the craziness seems to be accelerating to the point where it's becoming absurd. And yet still most people can't figure out what's going on. They don't know. How is this possible? How is this possible that human beings of high intelligence cannot see the absurdity of what's happening in the world? I mean, think about this. Just 2 years ago in America, if someone had said to you, there will be all the things that have happened in the last year, would anyone have believed you? Would anyone believe you if you said you are going to be fired from your job if you don't get an experimental injection that was drummed up for some kind of an illness or ailment that's 99.8% recoverable? Okay, who would have ever dreamed of such chaotic nonsense? And yet here we are. We're actually living it. The President of the United States has mandated some crazy notion that employers must require their employees to get injections in order to have a job. I mean, why aren't people going bonkers over this? It just doesn't make any sense. How could people be lulled into believing that all of this stuff from the media is true? All this stuff from government is true? Why? Well, it's because the narrative. It's because this idea that everyone wants to fit in. And as long as you can convince the majority of people that something is true, then they will fight and fight and fight off every possible logical argument that says it's not true. Whew. So, I'm here to just share with you that it's okay. It's okay if you're on the fringe, because to be well adjusted to a sick society is certainly not a measure of health. It is a measure of psychosis. And so instead, we have to stay calm. We have to do some deep breathing. We have to get out here and walk by the ocean, get some waves going, and really find out where your center is. Because where your center is, then you can handle all this crazy. But really, we're coming upon a time when there are multiple realities, and there are those who believe a narrative, they believe in their government, they believe in mass media, and they believe in pharmaceutical companies. So you put those three things together, and if you believe in those three things and you believe that those are honest, those are all people with high integrity, and that they only tell the truth, then you have to then believe everything they say. And then you have another camp of people who dig in and look and uncover and find out more information. And they believe and they realize that the government tells lies, the mass media tells lies, and pharmaceutical companies tell lies. And so you can't trust most of what they say. Now they do mix in a fair amount of truth to make it even more difficult for anyone to figure out what the heck is going on. So as we're out here strolling the beach tonight, just sharing my perspective with you, I'm just going to offer a challenge. And the challenge is, can you figure out through your own independent research, going to various websites and searching on a variety of different media platforms, can you find out what's really going on? And I would challenge you to ask some questions, ask a lot of questions, because good science requires that we ask questions and that we find out answers to our questions through sources that are legitimate and that are cross-referenceable and that provide some validity. So don't take anyone's word for it. Don't take my word for it. Dig in, spend a little time trying to figure this out. And by all means, if you come across any kind of mandate or any kind of regulation or rule, it's not a law, then just don't do it. And just because someone tells you to do something, don't do it unless you believe deep down in your heart that it's good for you, and then go ahead. Oh, check this out, check this out. Look at these birds right here. Look at them, look at them. They're just flying in a beautiful V formation. Look at that, that is just fantastic. Oh my word. Look at the gorgeous sea creatures, the birds, the seabirds. Wow, that is magnificent. See what happens when you come outside? You never know what glorious thing you're gonna see walking by the beach. I mean, it's just amazing. Critters, creatures, birds, storms. Look at the clouds over here, just dark. It's just dark and gloomy. But you know, it still feels good to be out here. It actually feels fantastic to be out here. And I have to say, I get so much energy just walking on the beach. It's pretty fantastic. Look at these beautiful homes built over here. And then you get these sections where there's nobody, and it's just this beautiful vacant area, and we get to park there. We get to walk through the beautiful palm branches and stuff, and then get out here to the beach and take a little stretch. I don't want to get entangled in these folks' fishing line. I better do a little jaunt around. Okay, this was just basically a straight up rant. So I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you got a good laugh. I hope you learned a little something, even though there really wasn't much educational in here, except for the fact that how is it possible that so many intelligent people can't understand what's going on, and that there is an ulterior motive, there is a very evil agenda at play. There are forces trying to control the population. They're trying to basically kill, maim, and destroy human beings, depopulate the earth to a lower population level, make and rake in billions and billions of dollars in the process, and maintain control over the human species, thereby, you know, taking on and sucking up our energy, and for profit, for power. So, you know, there's just so much more to say, and there's just so much more to give, and so much more to educate on, because the truth is there. But people have to first just like be willing to even look for it, or be willing to even accept that there might be an alternative view available to them. So, alas, here I am, wandering on the beach, sharing thoughts with you. And I truly, truly, truly hope that there are enough sane people left in the world that we can rescue the population from demise. So, be well, stay strong, enjoy the waves wherever you are.